Hello and welcome to the final session of day one of the Paris 2024 Goalball competition. And what a way to bring this exhilarating opening day to an end. Later, the Republic of Korea will face Tokyo bronze medalists Japan in an all-Asian matchup. But right now, we have the reigning Paralympic gold medalists Brazil taking on the host France, who are taking part in their first ever Paralympic goalball event after their team was established in only 2017. There's a big old gulf between these two sides in the world rankings, but with a home crowd behind this French side, we're sure to have an exciting and noisy match ahead. And if this is your first time watching the brilliant sport of goalball, well, first of all, you're in for a real treat, but second of all, don't you worry, we'll talk you through all the rules and regulations and the things to know as we progress throughout this exciting session. Goalball, one of only two sports at this Paralympics with no Olympic equivalent, and it's been uniquely designed for athletes with a visual impairment. The aim of the game is to get that ball, which you can see being hurled across the court at great pace, get it into the back of the net, a net that runs all the way across the court. There we have Pool A, a really strong pool. Reigning champions Brazil, the USA came fourth in 2020, and the Asian champions, the Islamic Republic of Iran. And of course France, as we see the tricolor flying across the South Paris arena. They are taking part in their first ever men's event, and they have been working hard for years to get their team ready to compete. Brilliant to see the crowd getting involved, and as noisy and as excited as the crowd are at the moment, they will have to be silent when the ball is in play, so these talented players can hear the movement of the ball. And the ball has bells inside, and they also wear eye shades, so players with different levels of visual impairment can play alongside one another. Brazil against France in Pool A. And on paper, there's quite a big gap between these two sides. France ranked 31st in the world, Brazil number 1. But France, of course, have home advantage. What we've already seen has been a noisy Parisian crowd. Can they spur Les Bleus to victory? We have the France squad, all 6 players of course making their Paralympic debut today. One to keep an eye on, Elias Uni, youngest member of the squad, just 18 years of age. He scored 30 goals at the recent European B Championships. And if France do get on the score sheet today, expect to see Elias Uni providing lots of goals. Brazil, the team to beat in men's goalball. They've won gold at the last 3 World Championships, and pivotal to their success has been number 4, Lehman Moreno. He scored a hat-trick in the gold medal match in Tokyo. But they're a team with plenty of attacking options, so don't be surprised if there's a variety of names on the score sheet today. They're a team that has a huge amount of depth, and they are the dominant force goalball at the moment. Paralympic champions, world champions, Para-Pan Am champions. Difficult to think of a tougher opening game for the hosts. There are officials from Iraq and Jordan. They will shortly be overseeing the patching process. That's where these players have their eye shades applied and make sure it's a fair competition. It means whatever your level of visual impairment, you can play and everyone playing on the same footing. As the chant of Allez le Bleu rings around the South Paris arena. We'll soon be seeing which players will be making up the starting three, and there we have the French starting three: Haris Nemalia, Elias Uni, Kader Boualia. Expect to see Nemalia, the number one, taking the centre position, with Uni and Boualia on the wings. Brazil come into this tournament in a great run of form, victorious in a pre-Paris tournament in Germany. The French team was only set up in 2017. On paper, you'd have to expect a Brazil win here, but stranger things have happened in Paris sports. I'm sure this crowd will be willing France every step of the way. Some brilliant outfits in the crowd. And a Brazil flag or two spotted as well. Soon see the Brazil opening three. They are blessed with an extremely talented squad. One of the strongest in the men's event. The French coach, Vivienne Fournier-Dichabert, was coach for the European C Championship, coached France to 4th place. There we have the Brazil opening three: Jose Marcio Souza, Emerson Ernesto, Andre Dantas. Interesting Brazil starting with Lehman Moreno on the bench. He is their principal attacking threat. So suggesting Brazil keeping him on the bench for a bit of extra firepower. Brazil coach Yanatas Castro. He was the coach for Brazil's gold medal run at the Pan American Games in Santiago last year. And as the pre-match rituals are nearly complete, the patching process comes to a conclusion. Soon we'll be seeing these two elite goalball sides slugging it out. It's going to be a match that's high on drama and tension and certainly noise. Brazil against France, the reigning champions against the hosts. France throwing from left to right in red. Brazil right to left in the traditional yellow. And a strong start from France. Such firepower in the Brazilian attack. Good block from Bualia. Sousa, who's capable of scoring plenty of goals. Elias Uni, main offensive threat for France. A lot of bounce on that ball. You'll see a big variety in throws over the course of this match. Really potent, getting spin and bounce on the throw. Way of deceiving the opposition. Now Uni to throw. Oh, it's France who have the opening goal, and the hosts are upsetting the holders. And that's a brilliant early goal from Elias Uni. And Uni with the throw. Perfect placement. And what a confidence builder for the 18-year-old. Well, this game is not going according to the form book. Well, Brazil waste no time in responding. Andre Dantas makes the scores level. And straight after picking the ball out of the net, Brazil make it one apiece. Andre Dantas feeling his way around the court. Those lines that you may have seen him touching are textured, help the players navigate. Here we have Uni once again. What a start from Elias Uni. Sousa with the throw. Well blocked by Uni. Bualia. Blocked by the legs of Dantas. Ernesto, the Brazilian centre. Here the French game plan is going to be give the ball to Elias Uni. Rapid response from Sousa. That's a goal, but it's been disallowed. And it's going to be a penalty to France. It's ruled as an infringement. And so not only has Sousa's goal been disallowed, he will have to defend a penalty one-on-one. Looks like it was called as a high ball, so the ball not bouncing in the Brazilian area of the court. Now Sousa will have to defend against Elias Uni. And France take the lead once again. Elias Uni this time from a penalty throw. And it's clear that France are up for this one. France penalising the Brazilian lapse in accuracy. And the side ranked 31 in the world, leading against the world champions. Ernesto with the throw. Gathered. A combination of Nemalia and Uni. Sousa with the rotation throw. France defence holding firm. It's called as ball over. So that means Brazil will get possession. Chance to fire in another throw. Sousa. Just wide of Elias Uni's post. Uni's already got 2 goals. Nearly got another if it wasn't for the legs of Jose Marcio Souza. As the players stop to check equipment, Brazil looking slightly in disarray. They would not have expected the opening exchanges to go like this. Remember, Brazil, the side that comfortably won the gold medal in Tokyo. It's France that have had the better of these opening few minutes. Here we have Souza. Gets a lot of power into his throw by winding his arm up. Lots of rotations of the ball. Get a lot of spin and bounce on it. And now finally this Parisian crowd can make their voices heard. They've had to be silent for so long. Not always easy when the action is as tense and unpredictable as this. Elias Uni to throw. And you may have seen on the near side a bit of a dummy from Kada Goalia. One of the many tactics to try and throw the opposition off course. Here's Souza, attacking from a less familiar side of the court. Another way of adding an element of surprise. Andre Dantas, rotation throw, lots of spin on that one. French defence once again, rock solid. Goalia throwing more from centre of court. Gathered by the Brazilian centre, Ernesto. He's got a good throw on him as well. French defence looking very impressive. It's Ulia, but off course and well wide of the post. Souza. And Brazil not quite looking at their full strength. I wonder if they might consider bringing on Lehmann Moreno, one of the best defensive players in the world. Started with him on the bench. They might need to call on him soon. Emerson Ernesto. It's a brilliant block. Tipped onto the crossbar by Nimalia. And France are in the ascendancy, revving up the crowd. And the crowd duly responding. Ernesto with the throw. Great block by Nimalia, putting himself at full stretch. And a bit of showmanship for the crowd as well. Cross court. Easily gathered. Now we're going to see a throw from Dantas. The ball ricochets towards the line, and that's unfortunate for France. But Brazil won't care one bit. Andre Dantas with the throw. And then a combination of French players put it into the back of their own net. Dantas. It was a good block from the French number 5, Boualia, but in blocking he knocked the ball onto his own foot and sent it careering into the back of the net. France using the opportunity to take a timeout. France will be absolutely thrilled with that start. Very much the underdogs coming into this match. But they are looking supremely confident. Had the better of the first half of this first half. And it's Brazil that have a lot to think about, and I wonder if we'll see Lehmann Moreno coming on a bit more of an offensive threat. We haven't really seen Brazil, and specifically Jose Marcio Souza, racking up the goals in the way that they normally do. Uni to throw, scored the first French goal of this tournament. Quick response from Brazil, wasting no time, and oh, that's once again France putting it into their own net. And suddenly the momentum has changed. And France, for the first time in this match, are behind. It was the feet of Elias Uni put it into the back of the net. Souza with the original throw. It probably wouldn't have ended up in the back of the net without that intervention from Elias Uni. And now Uni to throw. Blocked by Emerson Ernesto. Dantas to throw. Straight at Uni. Knocked out by Dantas. Some instructions being given to Nabil Baish. Crowd taking any opportunity to spur on this French team. But they have to be absolutely silent when the ball's in play, otherwise players can't hear the ball. And that ball has a bell inside, so the players can help locate it on the court. Now Ernesto with the rotation throw. France starting to get back into their defensive groove. Good block. And France make it level. And after falling behind for the first time in the match, France are all square. And it's Kader Boualia with the throw. Move towards the centre of the court, and stretched body of Emerson Ernesto not able to keep it out. Dantas, how can Brazil respond? Lots of bounce on that, and they can respond with a goal. 4-3 Brazil, and Andre Dantas with an absolute rocket. He gets good bounce on the ball, and it was that bounce that took it past Elias Uni. France really needs some goals from Elias Uni right now. He started this first half so brightly. Now he responds. Quick return from Brazil. It's clear they're not wasting any time getting the ball back into play. Dantas once again, he's just scored for Brazil. And blocked out. We're going to see a French change. Goalball coming off just after he scored for France. Coming on looks like Nabil Baïch, been a member of the French team since 2017. He's a talented athlete across many sports: athletics, judo, blind football, boxing, and goalball too. Crowd singing Allez le Bleu, although France are in red today. But the sentiment's still the same. Slightly slower ball from Elias Uni. Now Ernesto, lots of bounce on that one. See real variety in terms of shot selection. Brazil, in fact, well known for throwing the ball backwards between the legs. Trademark shot amongst both the men's and women's sides. It's not really one we've seen replicated by any other nations, but part of Brazil's repertoire. Well blocked by Emerson Ernesto. Uni with lots of spin and bounce, and France will keep possession. It's known as a ball over, and the ball goes over halfway. Means France will get another go. Baïch, who's just arrived on court. Crowd unable to prevent their gasps of excitement. Might get a telling off from the officials in a sec. Now Elias Uni with the rotation throw. Blocked once again. Quick response from Souza. Elias Uni, who's trying from a different side of court. Looks like he switched wings with Nabil Baïch. Dantas. Gathered by Uni. Crowd being reminded that total silence is required while the ball's in play. It can be really disruptive for the players. Though interestingly, some of the French team have been practicing trying to recreate that crowd noise. With phones going off and babies crying, just to try and get used to some of the disruptions you can sometimes see, especially spectators who are new to the sport. It can be hard to keep quiet when you're watching exciting play like this. Souza throws on goal, blocked by Nabil Baïch. Andre Dantas steadies himself on the goal. Oh, and Andre Dantas gets another. And the frustration clear from Nabil Baïch. He nearly kept it out, but it squirmed into the back of the net. Slipped through his fingers, and no wonder he kicked the post in frustration. Brazil's lead starting to look a bit more comfortable. Goal number 4 from Andre Dantas. Brazil still have Lehman Moreno on the bench, one of the best attacking players in the world. Now Uni seems to have changed wings, shows the versatility of the French side. Emerson and Esto are going to come off. Paolo Satanino to come on. That's the Brazilian centre coming off, so one would expect Paolo Satanino to take a position in centre of the court. Satanino's wife, also a goalball player, his wife Larissa. She represented Brazil at the World Championships 2 years ago. One of many goalball couples in this year's tournaments. Here's the new arrival to throw, just wide of the post from Paolo Satanino. Neymar Leah to throw. Interesting tactic, kind of stamped his foot in his run-up. Try and put the opponent off. One of many tricks you see in the very strategic sport of goalball. Fleisch's throw easily dealt with. If you're wondering about the French players making a bit of noise there, that is allowed up until the moment your teammate starts their throwing action. That quick response again from Brazil. These players have 10 seconds to get their shot away, but Brazil wasting no time. As soon as the ball is gathered, they're back on their feet and launching it back into play. Means the opposition have no time to rest, no time to regroup. Uni trying to recreate the brilliance of earlier in this half when he gave France the early lead. Brazil are starting to tighten their grip on this game a bit more though. Brazil calling a timeout. Timeouts, as well as giving each side a bit of a breather. It's a good time to strategise, plan your next few throws, and a good time to clean the court as well. These courts do get quite slippery. You remember the players are moving around on their hands. Hands can get very sweaty, make the court very slippery indeed. As these two sides emerge from the timeout, France will still be very pleased to be still in contention against probably the best men's goalball side in the world. That throw from Paolo Satanino bounced out of court, so it's called as out. Now France have the ball. Elias Uni with the throw. Easily gathered by Dantas. Uni to throw, gathered, and quick response. Once again blocked by Elias Uni. Just 18 years of age. He's showing experience beyond his years. playing on the biggest stage of them all. Now Baish. And Nabil Baish closes the gap with a brilliant throw right at the end of the first half. And the crowd at the South Paris Arena erupts. He started off court, perhaps confusing the Brazilian number 9, Andre Dantas. And well might Nabil Baish celebrate. That was a brilliant throw. Satanino to throw. Comprehensive block from the legs of Elias Uni. Now it's going to be Uni to put the ball back into play. Just seconds left of this first half. Play stopping for another equipment check. Usually means some eye shades have come loose. In fact, it's a rogue shoelace. You don't want to have an undone shoelace when you're running around at pace and you're wearing eye shades. Chance for both sides to have a breather. A chance for the crowd to make a bit of noise. Just a handful of throws left in this first half. And France found a way to come in on level terms. Dantas to throw. Well gathered, and the crowd need to be careful. Indeed, the crowd get a telling off from the officials. They have to be absolutely silent. Otherwise it throws the players off. But they're reacting entirely on what they hear. And France happy to run the clock down after a brilliant performance. And they will be absolutely thrilled with how that first half has gone. France ranked 31st in the world, playing Brazil, the world champions. And France led for much of that first half. And they're only a goal down at the break. A really exhilarating half of goalball. Brazil lead thanks to a flurry of goals from Andre Dantas. But you feel like there's plenty more to come in the second half. And exhilarating, enthralling first half ends. And the half-time score is Brazil 5, France 4. For the half-time score, just one goal in it. It was Elias Uni who got France off to the best possible start. We'll show you his opening goal and some of the other highlights very shortly. Chance for the crowd to take a breather. Brilliant atmosphere in the South Paris Arena. Here is the opening goal from Elias Uni. Brilliant start for the French. And you feel like they just grew and grew in confidence as that first half went on. Brazil responded quickly through Andre Dantas. A set of a few unfortunate goals that France conceded, putting the ball ultimately in the back of their own net. And once again another throw from Dantas that squirmed into the back of the net. much to the frustration of Nabil Bayesh. And that was just a few highlights of what was an action-packed first half. And the French crowd are having the time of their lives. Five to 4 at half-time. Brazil conceded one penalty. Eliasuni capitalised with a goal as a result. A flurry of changes for Brazil, and the one that will cause most concern for France is Lehmann Moreno coming on court. Brazil Parasports legend, one of the best attacking players in the world. And Brazil with a complete changing of the guard. New set of 3 on court, giving equal game time more or less to the entirety of the squad of 6.
France substitution, player out number 2, Eliasuni, and number 5,
Eliasuni making way for France. He was right in the thick of it in that first half, perhaps getting some rest. Kadabualia coming back on. Kadabualia back on court to get us underway. And it's Brazil against France. As we start the second half, it's the tightest of margins. France outperforming expectations. Just 1 goal in it against the side ranked many leagues ahead. And it shows the depth of quality within men's goalball. Mario Marquez just come on court. Brazil have very much brought on their big guns. Mario Marquez, Lehmann Moreno. Emerson and Ernesto back on court. Arguably their strongest 3. So France will have a lot to deal with in the second half. But if they start at anything like they started the first half, they will be equal to it. And the first throw from Lehmann Moreno, and an early example of the kind of threat that he can bring. Kadabualia blocked and gathered by Moreno. Gives it to Marquez. Bit of trickery there with the squeaky shoes. He was tipped over. Bit of a dummy there from Brazil, so while one player was throwing, another one scuffing their shoes, trying to make a bit of noise. Perfectly legal and, in fact, clever bit of goalball strategy. Ernesto with a real puzzle of a throw, bouncing and spinning. Well blocked. Ernesto, slightly slower ball. Brazil trying a full range of shots that they've got in their arsenal. Brazil do look a bit more assured now they've got Moreno and Marquez on court. France rescue this ball. No, they can't. Good effort from Paris Nemaria, but because the ball went over that halfway line, Brazil will have possession once again. Lehmann Moreno. And dogged defence from France. The block by Nabil Baïch. Lehmann Moreno has a very strong throw on him. And real agility from Nabil Baïch to tip the ball over the bar. Moreno gathers from Bualia. Lots of spin on that from Lehmann Moreno. Blocked by the feet of Paris Nemaria. Ernesto gathers. He's going to throw himself from centre of court. Even though centre role, traditionally more defensive role, we've seen that Ernesto has a good throw on him. Though he's yet to score yet. Now Moreno, real power on that shot. And Lehmann Moreno showing his class and the impact that he can make when he's brought onto court. He gets such power into those shots. So hard to defend against. And after a good 3 minutes of keeping Lehmann Moreno at bay, France concede. And that's a confidence boost for Brazil. It's a former Brazilian para-athlete of the year. One of the most decorated athletes in Brazilian parasport. And he's been a critical part of this Brazil side throughout their many victories. Nabil Baïch to throw. Starts off court. Blocked by Marquez. Moreno, a bit of variation going from the centre of court. It's all about angles in goalball, trying to catch your opponents unaware. This time Ernesto. Meanwhile, a bit of trickery from Moreno off court, just running around a bit, trying to create a bit of distraction. Nabil Baïch just trying to find the right angle. He does. But blocked by Ernesto. And that's going to be Marquez. Trying from a different area of court, and the variation has the desired result. Romario Marquez moved off to a different side of the court, trying to catch France by surprise. And Romario Marquez, here at his 5th Paralympics, finds the gap, takes it beyond the hands of Paris Nemaria. He came on at half-time. It's a first goal for Romario Marquez. And France, having conceded 2 goals in quick succession, taking the opportunity to talk strategy. They looked arguably the better side for parts of the first half, but now Brazil have brought on Marquez and Moreno. They're starting to look in control, but France still hanging in there. They'll need to find some goals quickly if they're to come away from this match with the points. Boualia cross court, blocked by the legs of Marquez. If this is your first time watching Goalball, if you've just tuned in, aim of the game to get the ball into the back of the net. That ball about the size of a basketball. And it's got bells inside, so players can hear it move. It's remarkable seeing the level of coordination and awareness whilst wearing those eye shades. And the ball blocked by Nabil Baïch. France showing their defensive skill in this second half. They need to find some goals quickly though. And they'll need to get through that man in the centre, Emerson Ernesto. Brazil set to make a change. Looks like Romario Marquez coming off. And Jose Marcio Souza coming on. Before that though, with Kader Boualia to get us underway again. Brazil rescue the ball. They'll need to use it quickly. They've got 10 seconds. It's Lehmann Moreno. It's wide of the post. Baïch moving across court. Wing centre back to wing. Trying to find a way through this Brazilian defence. They are holding firm. Block from Marquez. Most experienced member of the Brazil team even. Part of the national team since 2006. And Brazil extend their lead yet further. And it's starting to look like the points are going to the champions. A brilliant goal from Romario Marquez. Finds the gap. Gets the ball past Kader Boualia. Second goal for Marquez. Came on at half-time. And the impact he's made is undeniable. Coming off, and we're going to see the arrival on court for the first time of Ambroise Daudin. He started losing his sight at the age of 25. He was looking for an activity to keep him active and keep him busy. Said he was lost and spending most of his time at home, but Goalball helped him to find a sense of purpose. Here he is now representing France on the biggest stage of them all. And Daudin goes straight into the wing position. Here on the other wing we have Nabil Baïch. Blocked by Moreno. Looks like he switched wings. Throwing from this near side. Oh, it's off the bar and well gathered by Daudin. The crowd was struggling to stay silent. Referee reminding the crowd that players need total silence. Dowdan with his first throw of the match. Wide of the post. This France team, believe it or not, only established in 2017. And they've put a lot of effort and investment into French goalball in the past few years, ahead of this Paris 2024 home games. A real focus on recruiting new players, professionalise the setup a bit more. Started using nutritionists and psychologists. Certainly had an impact. We've seen much more established teams than France having much starker scorelines and much bigger deficits. So real credit to France that they're still hanging in there. And France have the goal, and much to the delight of this home crowd. It's goal number 5 for Les Bleus. And France have hope. And maybe this game isn't finished after all. It's Dowdan, just arrived on court. And to find your way past Romario Marquez is a pretty impressive feat. Brilliant impact from the super sub. Eamon Moreno to respond from centre of court. Blocked from Dowdan. Once again, the crowd failing to control their excitement. It feels like France are starting to come back into this. Weish, wide of the post. Ernesto with the rotation throw, keeps it low and straight. France will have to use this quickly. They've just got 10 seconds. They get the ball back into play. Marquez. Strong French defence. A really interesting passage of play. Both sides trying to find a way through. Can Dowdan recreate his heroics earlier on? That ball just a bit less accurate. It's Romario Marquez coming off. What a big impact he's made with 2 goals in just a few minutes. Coming on, Jose Marcio Souza. Already got 1 goal to his name. Known as Parazinho. He said the gold medal that the team picked up in Tokyo meant way more investment and opportunities. His sister is competing in the swimming, so he'll be trying to keep abreast of her progress too. For the moment, it's all about Jose Marcio Souza and what impact he can make. Souza to throw, freshly arrived on court. Gathered by Nemarilla and out to Weish. Moreno with the throw, and that was a real bullet of a throw. Gets such force on his deliveries. Dowdan goes for the rotation throw. Generally, the more rotations of the body you do, the more spin and bounce you can get on the ball. French change, and Elias Ouni, who scored the opening goal of this match, coming on, and Nabil Baïch taking all the plaudits as he heads off. French team determined to enjoy every moment on court in front of a home crowd. Elias Ouni, just 18 years of age, a real young talent. Awarded Best Young Player at the European B Championships in June. And he's shown exactly why, playing here against arguably the best men's side in the world. Dowdan to start. Covered by Ernesto, Brazilian centre. Interesting comparing the different roles of the centres. Some play a more attacking role, some block and then give the ball to the wings. One of the many things that makes goalball so interesting. Moreno limbering up, goes cross court. Oh, brilliant block, tipping the ball onto the bar from Elias Ouni. Just arrived on court, and that was a crucial intervention. Ouni's throw blocked out. Just under 4 minutes left. 3 goals the deficit. France very much still in it, but they'll need some goals, and probably from Elias Ouni. That's a great throw from Dowdan, but well gathered by Moreno. We know Moreno's got a great throw on him. Slightly slower ball there. Trying to catch France unawares. Real energy on that throw from Souza. Gets such rotation into his arm. Makes his throws very powerful. It's a bounce from Ernesto. Crowd unable to stop themselves making a bit of noise, but really does put these players off their stride. Moreno once again trying to find a way through. Only 1 goal from Lehmann Moreno so far. Scored 3 in the gold medal match against China. Harris, Neymar Elias put in a fantastic shift today. Only player who's remained on court all the way through, but he's making way for Thomas Ramos Martins. Expect to see Ramos Martins taking position in centre of court. Brilliant to see the crowd supporting with such energy. It's made these France games very special and a lot of fun. France still in it, and they'll want to push Brazil right up to the end. Might start to see Brazil just slowing the game down a bit, taking a bit more time over their throws. Because the ball went over halfway. Brazil will retain possession. Ramos Martins, his first throw of the match. Ernesto, wide of the post. Moreno to throw. Strong block. Ramos Martins. Quick response from Sousa. France calling a timeout. Chance to plan these last few exchanges. This Brazil side have been using the motto "all for one and one for all" as their mantra for this tournament, based on the three musketeers. Of course, in goalball, 3 players on court at any one time. And the 3 musketeers based on a French story, so very much in keeping with Paris 2024. And they have been pushed harder by France than they might have expected. And it looks like Brazil are going to emerge with the points. Clever strategy from France. A dummy off court from Ramos Martins. Andre Dantes coming back on. He's already contributed 4 goals, half of Brazil's tally. And France haven't seen the last of him. He's proved really effective in piercing that French defensive line. And France will have him to deal with for the final 80 seconds. And each side is allowed 10 seconds as soon as they come into possession with the ball before they have to get it back into play. Now that we're approaching the end of the game, might see Brazil taking every one of their allotted 10 seconds. Eliasuni throwing from centre of court. Uni now adopting the centre position. Great versatility from him. He started the game out on the wing. Ramos Martins blocked, and Sousa, another player who started on the wing but now in the centre of court. Daudan. Straight throw, straight at Lehmann Moreno. Rotation throw, blocked by the legs of Uni. Uni from the centre, just wide of the post. And the Paralympic champions Looks like they're going to start their Paris 2024 competition with a win. And they will certainly be the ones to watch in this very tough group. Also, Iran and the United States. It's going to be fiercely competitive. USA came fourth in Tokyo 2020. Iran, the Asian champions. It's going to be one to wouldn't want to turn away from. France taking a time out right at the end. Probably only 2 or 3 throws left in this match, so might as well plan them throw by throw. One final chance for these players to soak up the atmosphere. Plenty more pool games to come. France have shown they're going to be very competitive. They've made a very experienced Brazil side work for their victory. Souza. Blocked out by Daudan. Rotation throw from Daudan. And the final throw of this match will probably go to Brazil. And a brilliant, brilliant match in which France have confounded expectations and shown they are a force to be reckoned with in men's goalball. France took an early lead and looked the better side for parts of the first half. But in the end, Brazil just too strong, especially after they brought on the experience of Lehmann Moreno and Romario Marquez. But a lot of encouraging signs for this French side, and they have contributed to an extremely entertaining match at the South Paris Arena. But in the end, Brazil's offensive firepower, spearheaded by Dantas and his 4 goals, was just too much for the hosts.
Please join us in celebrating the efforts and contributions.
A brilliant match and what's been a brilliant opening day of the men's event. And brilliant to see such warm exchanges amongst these 2 sets of players. And the French and Brazilian flags flying high at the end of a wonderful match. It's a match in which Brazil came out on top of Paralympic, World and Pan American champions, prevailing by 8 goals to 5.
Next game will be Republic of Korea against Japan. Women's preliminary game.
Brazil taking the applause after a commanding performance.
Very shortly our next game, so your tickets are valid. Please stay.
They are very much tipped to repeat their gold medal success from Tokyo 2020. There we have the full-time score. France started strongly, but 4 of those 8 goals from Dantas made the difference between the two sides. A brilliant game to kick off this men's event. And if it's been your first taste of goalball, we hope you've enjoyed it. It's a wonderful sport, and there's plenty more to come in this competition.
Allez, merci maintenant de porter votre attention aux écrans.
And there we have the story of the match. 8 goals to 5. And Brazil perhaps slightly concerned about the penalty they gave away. In a closer match, that kind of indiscipline could cost them. But in the end, Brazil too strong. And that range of attacking options that they have, Marquez, Moreno, Souza, Dantas, they really are a force to be reckoned with. And there we have how Pool A is looking. It's a very, very experienced and competitive pool. Not only the two sides you may have just seen, but also USA, 4th place in Tokyo 2020, the Asian champions, the Islamic Republic of Iran. And it is a real group of death. I'm sure it's a pool that's going to generate some exciting moments over the course of this competition.
Corée et le Japon. Quelques informations sur les deux équipes. La République de Corée avait pris la 2e place lors des championnats du monde 2022 et la 3e place des Jeux paralympiques asiatiques. Du côté de la Chine reste sur une 5e place lors des Jeux paralympiques de Tokyo et une 10e place notamment lors des championnats du monde 2018.
Soon starting women's preliminary match between Republic of Korea and Japan, and Republic of Korea placed second in 2022 Women's World Championships Games, and Team Japan placed 5th in 2016 Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro. Ladies, please welcome the teams, Republic of Korea and Japan.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses de la République de Corée.
Now it's time to meet the players from the Republic of Korea.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Kim Hye-jin.
Numéro 3.
Number 3, Kim Eun-ji.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Park Eun-ji.
Numéro 6.
Number 6, Sim Seon-hwa.
Numéro 7.
Number 7, Seon Min-ji.
Numéro 8.
Number 8, Choi Eun-jae.
L'entraîneur de l'équipe.
Coach Yoon Eun-sun.
L'entraîneur assistant.
Assistant coach Yoon Yeong.
Et le responsable du staff.
Staff Yu Hye-jin.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses de l'équipe du Japon.
Now it's time to meet the players from Japan.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Temma Yuki.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Arai Minami.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Amuro Saki.
Numéro 6.
Number 6, Hagiwara Norika.
Numéro 7.
Number 7, Takahashi Rieko.
Numéro 9.
Number 9, Komiya Masae.
L'entraîneur de l'équipe.
Coach Tsuji Mihoko.
L'entraîneur assistant.
Assistant coach Sugiyama Sayaka.
Et le responsable du staff.
Staff Maeda Kikuko.
Et les arbitres de la rencontre.
The referees are Linda Wellborn from United States of America and Patrick Larsson from Sweden.
Et maintenant, pour partager l'esprit sportif international, la traditionnelle poignée de main d'avant-match entre les deux équipes.
And now in a show of international sportsmanship, both teams will exchange pre-game handshakes.
S'échauffer, nous vous rappelons que le silence est très important dans cette compétition et nous vous demandons de respecter la haute concentration dont les athlètes doivent faire preuve dans ce sport.
The teams will now warm up and we remind you that silence is highly important for this competition. Athletes require high concentration, therefore we expect everyone to act in a respectful manner during the competition.
It's the final game of the opening day of the Paris 2024 Goalball competition. And it's an enticing matchup between two powerhouses of women's goalball, the Republic of Korea and Japan. It was the Republic of Korea who knocked Japan out of the World Championships in 2022 with a hard-fought 3-2 win in the quarterfinals. Japan will be looking for revenge and to improve on the bronze medal that they picked up in Tokyo back in 2020. If it's your first time watching Goalball, then welcome to one of the fastest and most physical sports in the Paralympic programme. We, like this crowd at the South Paris Arena, awaiting the opening throw, and let's use this time to talk you through some of the basics and what you need to know about this incredible sport. First of all, that's Pool D, a pool that's packed with talent. Canada topped the group. France, who had a difficult opening game in front of this home crowd. And now we'll see how Japan and the Republic of Korea are going to fare. Both teams that are hotly tipped for a place on the podium. And that crowd, which is rapidly filling up. I love that headwear on the lady there. The mascot really does get everywhere. And that crowd, as wonderfully adorned as they might be, will have to be silent once the ball's in play. These players rely entirely on being able to hear the ball, which is about the size of a basketball. It's got a bell inside, and the players use the bounce of the ball to position themselves. Republic of Korea against Japan. A repeat of the quarter-final in the 2022 World Championships. That time it was the Republic of Korea that came out on top. But a lot has happened since then. It looks set to be a closely fought encounter. There we have the Japan squad. Japan making their 6th appearance at a Paralympics goalball competition. Number 6, Narika Hagawara, pivotal to Tokyo's bronze medal success. So to Japan's bronze medal success in Tokyo, finishing as the 2nd top scorer with 25 goals. They also have Masai Komiya, 49 years of age, bringing 23 years of international experience. Now the Republic of Korea team, it's the same squad that gave them a silver medal back at the World Championships in 2022. Kim Yoon-ji, number 4, important part of that side. As well as being a goalball maestro, she's also represented her nation at cross-country skiing. Very much an all-round athlete. She'll no doubt play an important part today. We see the entirety of that goalball court. Best to think of the court in terms of 3 sections, one belonging to each side and then a neutral section in the middle. For a throw to be a valid throw, it needs to bounce in both your third of the court and the middle third, and overseeing the validity of throws and much else will be the referees from USA and Sweden, and they will shortly be conducting the pre-match patching process. That's where the players apply their eye shades, and those eye shades are pivotal to the sport of goalball. It means players, whatever their level of visual impairment, can play alongside one another on an even footing.
Et voici les 3 premières joueuses à représenter l'équipe du Japon sur le terrain.
Now the starting lineup for Japan.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Arai Minami.
Numéro 6.
Number 6.
The aim of the game is to score more goals than your opponents.
Et numéro 7.
Number 7.
And if that margin reaches 10 goals, then the match will come to an early end. And now we see Japan starting 3. Arai probably on the left wing, Hagawara on the right, and Takahashi will probably start in the centre. It's a very experienced lineup. And Hagiwara will no doubt be bringing lots of goals. And the Korea starting three: Kim Hee-jin, Sim Son-hwa, and Seo Min-ji. Similar to the starting three that gave Republic of Korea such success during the World Championships in 2022. Japan are a team that are wonderful to watch. They move with such coordination on court, fantastic awareness of one another, and almost ballet-like movements, constantly in movement, constantly somehow evading their teammates on the court. Makes them one of the more interesting sides in the women's event. And some final instructions from the Korean coach. Planning those opening throws. And at any one time, you've got 3 players on court, 3 on the bench. Champs-Élysées, it's become a favourite song of this Paralympics. And it was the venue of the opening ceremony the previous day as well. Japan coach Mihoko Tsushi was part of the coaching team at Tokyo 2020 when Japan came away with the bronze. Korea just going through the final preparations, making sure there's no hair getting in the way. When those players are wearing those eye shades, it's total darkness, and they're not allowed to touch those eye shades. If you do, it's a penalty, and penalties in goalball can be very costly. One-on-one. Very strong chance of conceding a goal. And the Korean coach Young Yun-sun was coach at the 2022 Asian Para Games in People's Republic of China. Korea came away with a bronze medal. Prepared to see a wide variety of throws over the course of this match. Slower balls, bouncing balls, straight balls. It's all about catching opponents by surprise. That makes goalball such an interesting sport to follow. The wide range of shots that are deployed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just under 90 seconds to go until the start of competition.
One of our 2 referees, Linda Welborn from the USA. Looking at the Japan eye shades is Patrick Larsson from Sweden. Looking at those from Republic of Korea. So under the eye shades, that white gauze that's used, and then the eye shades are applied on top.
The match is about to begin. Just a reminder, once the whistle blows, we must be silent for the players.
Reminding the crowd the importance of silence. Sometimes crowds have found it hard to resist the urge to shout out. Usually followed by a swift telling off from the officials, so definitely something to be avoided.
Let's count down to start of competition. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And now the referees to announce the opening throws and get us underway.
Please remain quiet in the stands while the ball's in play. If you have a cell phone, please silence it now. Thank you. Quiet, please. Center.
Republic of Korea against Japan. A repeat of the 2022 World Championship quarter-final. And just as that was a close game, I'm sure we're in for a close one today. As these players do their opening throws of the competition. No doubt lots of nerves involved. First throw for Xiao Minji. Hagawara. A lot of bounce on that from Hagawara. Parried by Xiao Minji. Minji moving cross court, trying to bring an element of surprise. Players free to move around in their own area of the court, often a way to try and force an opening, move to an unfamiliar side of the court and catch your opponents unawares. Sim Seonhwa blocked by Takahashi. Slower bouncing ball from Hagawara. Bounce a really important element in goalball, because the players lie out flat, often to defend. Bit of bounce can see the ball jump over them. Sim Seonhwa with the underarm ball. Really cagey opening. We thought this might be a close run match. And the early encounters suggest that will very much be the case. If you're wondering why players are able to talk and shout, it's legal up until the point where your teammate starts their throwing action, and that's a penalty for the Republic of Korea. It's called as a long ball, which means the ball didn't bounce in the neutral area of the court, and it's going to be one-on-one and a real chance for Korea to take an early lead. Oh, but it's saved. And brilliant defensive work from Hagawara. And Korea had the opportunity to take an early advantage. And that will be a big confidence boost for the Japanese side. Penalties usually pretty potent in goalball. It's one-on-one. And you can see the size of that goal stretching all the way across the court. Hagawara navigating her way around her teammates. Such spatial awareness, knowing where your teammates are at any time. Also an element of trickery from Republic of Korea there. Bit of dummying. perfectly legal and very clever play. While one player throws, another one runs. Gives the impression of a throw coming from a different part of the court. Hagawara, Japan, using the dummy as well. Yet to result in a breakthrough. And Republic of Korea with their first goal of this women's competition. And it's Sim Seon-hwa. A fairly straight ball. And it just came off the legs of Reiko Takahashi. And a brilliant start for Sim Seon-hwa. Encouraged to take up goalball by her physical education teacher. And she's done them proud there. And now we have a timeout. Each side able to call 4 timeouts over the course of the match. But you do have to use one in the first half or you lose it. And Japan, after some early optimism after that penalty save from Narika Hagawara, now a goal behind. And lots to think about in that huddle. Hagawara, Japan's sharpshooter, slower ball. Sim Seon-hwa, the goal scorer, gives it to Kim Hee-jin. Not always common to see the centre player taking shots on goal, but looks like Kim Hee-jin's going to take an attacking role. Some centres who show real all-round skill in defence and attack. Amanda Dennis of the USA, one of USA's top goal scorers, despite taking the centre position. You see some centres taking a more defensive role, block the ball and giving it to their teammate. In fact, some centres will get through the match without doing a single throw. One of the many things that makes goalball so interesting. Mihoko Tsushi looking on. Still got a big smile on her face, despite the scoreline. Still plenty of time to go. Blocked out by Seo Minji. Takahashi of Japan making lots of noise. Well, their teammates preparing to throw. Just a way of putting the opposition off a bit and helping them to navigate. Now Arai to throw. The Japanese wing. Sim Seon-hwa. Hagawara, Japan's strongest defensive option. Second top scorer at the Tokyo Paralympics. Scored 25. Second only to Sevda Alitonuluk of Turkey. A real icon of women's goalball. A bounce on that ball from Hagawara. She's capable of real variety in her shot selection. Makes her very hard to defend against. Seo Minji with the straight delivery. Arai advancing up court. Republic of Korea take the timeout. It's been a enthralling game. Not much in the way of goals, but not entirely unpredictable. Games between these sides have often been low scoring. And Korean staff keeping the Korean players cool. Maybe a bit warm inside the venue. Certainly warm if you're throwing yourself around court. And it's such a physical sport. Serominji. Hagawara with the block. Switching places with Takahashi. Korea trying to locate the ball. And they put it out. If you're wondering why Serominji just did that, they have 10 seconds to get the ball back into play once it comes into their possession. And so better to put the ball out, concede possession, rather than give away a penalty. Hagawara. Blocked out. You hear the officials say blocked out. That means the side that made the block gets to keep possession. Japan just about keep it out. Crowd got a bit excited, despite their best efforts to stay quiet. Needs to be total silence. Minami Arai. Blocked by Kim Hee-jin. Kim Hee-jin taking the centre role. Seong-hwa to throw. Hagawara working hard to try and create an opening. Not having much success. Wonder if we'll be seeing Japan making a change soon. Try and add an element of surprise.
Substitution Japan, out number 2, in number 1.
And Japan do indeed make a change. Minami Arai coming off. It's going to be Yuki Tema to come on. Yuki Tema, a very impressive Paralympic athlete. Not only very skilled at goalball, but she's represented Japan in para-athletics at London 2012 in the 100 and 200 metres. Quite a few players excelled in multiple different disciplines, and that's Minami Arai who's just come off. Hagawara this time trying it from the other wing, and success for Narika Hagawara. She's been knocking on that door for most of this first half. She's finally found an opening. Narika Hagawara against her opposing number 6 found a way through, and that will be a big confidence boost. They're Japan's main offensive threat. It's a dummy from Seong-hwa. Yukitama just arrived on court. Very experienced player, Yukitama. Made her debut for Japan in 2014. Players have to be really careful when they're making noise. They only do it up until their teammate throws, and if they're out by even a millisecond, that's a penalty. Feels like Japan's starting to find their rhythm now. They've got Yukitama on court, they've got Hagawara back in scoring form. Ooh, a lot of bounce on that ball. Really difficult to defend. These two sides know each other well. Not only have they faced each other a lot in Asian Championships, they did a joint training camp together with France. So they're well aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses. It's one of the reasons this game's been so close. Aggressive throw. And Hagawara advancing up court. Rotation throw. Ball goes out of bounds, so career possession. Ball extremely heavy, weighs about 1.5 kilograms. When it's thrown with real force, can really knock the stuffing out of you. And yet these players get straight back up, throw it back into play.
Quiet, please. Play.
It's been a very fluid match. Not many stoppages. Not much in the way of goals. Just one goal between these two sides when they last met. The game looks set to be developing in a similar fashion. Ball is off the post and the ball stays alive. That was extremely close from Japan. Came very close to taking the lead for the first time just before half-time. Yukitama. And the arrival of Yukitama has brought a bit more in the way of attacking options. And a brief stoppage for equipment check and how close Japan came there. Ball ricocheting off the post. Officials asking for the floor to be wiped. These players mostly manoeuvring with their hands. Means the floor can get quite sweaty. And you certainly don't want to slip over when you're running at pace. Hagiwara, Japan's only goal scorer so far, but her throw was out of bounds.
Quiet, please. Play.
Tema's throw blocked by Xiao Minji.
Quiet, please. Play.
Feels like both these sides would be reasonably happy. Half-time break. The score's level.
Quiet, please. Play.
Well, the ball ricocheting and somehow Republic of Korea keep it out. It's difficult in goalball when the ball ricochets. Teammates can get in each other's way as they throw themselves in front of the ball. Hagiwara goes for the underarm throw. Returned by Xiao Minji. Just one or two throws left in this first half. Just 1 second remains. Will Japan have time to launch a shot on goal? But Japan content to go into the break with 1 goal apiece. And it's been a first half that has been short on goals, but plenty of intrigue and plenty of drama. It was Republic of Korea who took the early lead, courtesy of Sim Seon-hwa. Japan found a way back in it. And Narika Hagiwara, second top scorer in Tokyo 2020, making it 1 apiece as we head into half-time.
What a great first half. We are having a very tight game.
Brilliant first half in a very closely contested game. And the half-time score, Republic of Korea 1, Japan 1.
Japan, number 6, Hagiwara Norika, and Republic of Korea's goal was scored by number 6, Sim Seon-hwa.
Many of this crowd enjoying their first taste of goalball. One of the most unique and exciting Paralympic sports. The French flag still flying, but France has been in action. Both the men's and women's side on day 1. And here we see some of the highlights of this first half. Japan took an early advantage. Sim Seon-hwa scoring past Rieko Takahashi. And there was the Japanese response. Narika Hagiwara, Japan's sharpshooter, making it 1 apiece. That was the closest Japan came to scoring. Ball cannoning off the post.
Japan 1.
And that's the story of the first half. Half time quite short in goal balls, so we're straight back into the action. As the crowd told to curb their enthusiasm before this game gets underway. One all at half time. Japan did concede a penalty, but it was well saved by Narika Hagawara. And in what's set to be such a close encounter as this one, Republic of Korea might be left ruining that missed opportunity.
South Korea to my left, Japan to my right. During halftime, we had substitution for Japan. Out number 1 and 6, in number 2 and 4. South Korea will start with the ball.
Japan making a double change. Yuki Tema and Narika Hagawara coming off. Hagawara was Japan's main goal threat. Be interesting to see where their goals might come from. It's Minami Arai coming back on.
Center. Play.
Republic of Korea against Japan. And we start the second half just as we started the first. Nothing to separate these two sides. Plenty more action to come. Japan with the injection of new players. Minami Arai back on and Saki Amuro. Amuro wasn't selected for Rio, but she played at Tokyo. She's an important part of this Japanese side. Slower ball from Tema. Blocked by Sim Seon-hwa. Clever play from Arai, just scraping her foot just before she was about to throw. Imitating what it might sound like if another player moved, and just trying to instill a bit of confusion amongst her opponents. Some of the tips and tricks that feature in this very entertaining sport. And you'll hear players using all kinds of tricks to distract their opponents. It might be pretending to throw the ball, it might be pretending to run around the court. A lot of spin and bounce on that Japanese delivery. Well rescued by Republic of Korea. They'll have to use it quickly. And they do through Sim Seon-hwa. Saki Amuro just arrived on court. What can she do?
Blocked out. Quiet, please. Play.
Not a huge surprise to see Japan involved in such a low-scoring match. At the last World Championships, the matches were noticeably low-scoring. But they have very, very strong defence as well, so a very talented side. And that's why they picked up the bronze medal. Can they replicate that success outside of their own country? They had a certain boost from playing in front of their home crowd, and interesting to see how they'll perform in Paris. Republic of Korea knocked the ball out, but they will keep possession because it went out in their third of the court. Sim Seon-hwa goes cross court. Japan calling a timeout. Each side has 4 timeouts that they can use across the match. Great opportunity to tactically regroup or try and break up the momentum of your opponent. Republic of Korea yet to make a change. Compared to the usual standard, they do give their starting 3 a lot of court time. A bit less fluid in terms of replacing players. It obviously works for them. Third Paralympics for the Republic of Korea in terms of goalball. Made their debut in Seoul in their home Paralympics. Then competed again in Atlanta in '96. Feels like this is their best chance for a medal. They're in a really strong run of form. They will lose possession there because the ball went out in the neutral third of the court, so the ball will pass over to Japan. Aggressive throw from Minami Arai. Another reason for the low-scoring match. Real discipline in terms of accuracy of throws. Not many penalties being conceded, and the only one that was conceded was saved by Norika Hagawara. And I think we might see Norika Hagawara back on court before this match is done. She brings such potency in terms of attacking options. And Japan do look noticeably more threatening when she's on court. Tema goes cross court. Another timeout. No goals yet in this second half, and both sides searching in vain for a way to break the deadlock. It's just not happening. These two sides know each other so well. They've trained together. They've played each other in a variety of tournaments. One each, more or less halfway through the second half, and in goalball terms, that is a low-scoring game. Still lots of interest and lots of strategy as these two sides just cancel each other out. Japan looking to make a change. Norika Hagawara back on court. They really need to find the goal, and now she's been rested for a few minutes. She's ready for action yet again. One of the more experienced members of the Japan squad. She said as a senior player she wants to help her younger teammates just as they helped her in her early days in the squad. Talking of experience, Japan actually do have a player on the bench, age 49, immensely experienced player. I wonder if we'll see her, Masai Komiya. Still no sign of any Korean substitutions. They do very much rely on their starting three. All of the substitutions so far have been Japanese. Or very close to a Korean goal there, but well swept up. Now Hagiwara to throw. Good verbal communication between the Korean side, and that's a penalty to Japan. It's called as a high ball, which means the ball didn't bounce in the Korean area of the court. And in such a low-scoring game, this is a real opportunity for Japan. This penalty worth its weight in gold, and it's dispatched by Narika Hagiwara. And Japan, for the first time in this match, are in the lead. She is a prolific penalty taker, Narika Hagiwara. And nothing Seo Min-ji could do about that, right in the corner of the goal. So hard to defend. And that pinpoint accuracy has given Japan the lead. Halfway through the second half. Korea behind for the first time. Need to find a goal there to secure some points from their opening game. Not be a surprise to see these two sides meeting again in some form of medal match. Two of the strongest nations from the Asian region. The People's Republic of China as well. Very strong continent in terms of goalball. Arai to throw. Lots of bounce on that. It's again gathered by Seo Min-ji, who's looks strong defensively. Nothing she could do about that penalty just now. Good dummy from Japan. Player on the other side of the court, pretending to throw. Just sowing a bit of confusion. Seo Min-ji. Full-length dive from Minami Ari to keep that out. Now we have Hagiwara. Officials have to get right down on the floor to check for those long balls and high balls. Ball moves at real speed. Japan slightly more blocks, and they've defended very well. Conceded an early goal. Otherwise, but pretty strong. Sakimura once again just running her foot across the court, trying to create the impression of movement. Clever play. Muro blocked in centre of court. Republic of Korea seem to have a bit of movement on their bench, perhaps preparing some substitutions. Now Japan calling the timeout, and for the first time they go into timeout with a lead in this match. And the final few minutes set to be just as tense and cagey and close fought as the preceding minutes. Japan team becoming increasingly recognised in Japan after the success of Tokyo 2020. Really raised the profile of the sport. And Japan will get possession again. Japan team had a party at a city hall to send them off to Paris. Over 100 guests. Goalball really did take off as a sport after the extra exposure of Tokyo 2020. Sims Sean Ha, cross courts. No goals in this second half for Republic of Korea. Hagiwara, Japan's only goal scorer. Hagiwara orientating herself on the posts. One of the many ways these players try and locate themselves on the court while they're wearing those eye shades. Talking of eye shades, it seems like some have come loose, so the officials are going to reapply them. In fact, it looks like the officials have noticed a spillage on the court. Maybe a bit of sweat. Don't want to risk any accident. Now we're approaching full time. We might start to see Japan taking a bit more time with their shots. You're allowed 10 seconds to get your shot away. You might use it as an opportunity just to run down the clock a bit. Japan bringing on Yuki Temo once again, as they look to close out this game. It's going to be Minami Arai who makes way. As the Japan coach Mihoko Sushi gives some final instructions. Tema freshly rested after her time on the bench. Gets us back underway.
please. Play.
Now Hagawara. Blocked by Kim Hee-jin. Kim Hee-jin making a lot of noise, and of course the ball just trickles out of play. Kim Hee-jin making noise in the centre of court, and she actually also works as a musical theatre actress, so used to being very vocal. Says it's helped build her confidence, helps her find herself. It's blocked out, and unless Korea can find a goal in these next 90 seconds, they'll be facing a more difficult draw in the quarterfinals. It's quite early to be thinking of quarterfinals, but all these teams will qualify. They're essentially playing for position, and the group winner will play the fourth place team in the other group, etc. So really important getting the points on the board now. Means you'll give yourself an easier run in for the medal matches. And would not be surprised to see either of these teams on the podium or thereabouts. It's called as ball over. And that's a really important moment for Japan. Gives them time to run down the clock a bit more. Bit of distraction from Sakiyamura. So Yuki Tema shapes up to throw. So Minji blocked by Hagawara. Hagawara making her way across court, throwing from a more central position. Find that element of surprise, and she does. And that's the hat-trick for Narika Hagawara. And just as she brings 3 goals, surely that is 3 points for Japan. Hagawara finds that gap. And it's been a masterclass of attacking play from Narika Hagawara. And surely that is the win for Japan. Seo Min-ji. Can Korea rescue it? Yes, they can. Good work from Kim Hee-jin. If that ball had gone over halfway, it would have gone into Japanese hands. And Japan have a timeout, I suspect. That timeout is being used just to tell the Japanese players to run down the clock. 17 seconds left, 2 goals the deficit. Japan know they're guaranteed the win. They just need to be clever with their remaining throws. Republic of Korea, meanwhile, will want to make sure their goal difference is in the best possible shape. Could make a real difference when it comes to the draw for the quarterfinals. But for Japan, victory is within their grasp. And indeed, Hagawara taking her time with the throw. And it's ball over. So Japan have possession. And they can use this time however they like, with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Yuki Tema with Surely the final throw of this match. And what a match it's been. A really tense and close pool match against these two sides who know each other so well and have been such fierce adversaries over the years. It was the Republic of Korea who started the brightest. An early goal from Sim Seon-hwa. But it was Japan who came back strongly. And thanks to 3 goals from Narika Hagawara, they secured the win. But both these sides put on a great performance. And they are both ones to watch as we get towards the final stages. Great to see these two teams ending the match in such a sporting way. It was a close run affair, but Japan take the plaudits after their victory. It was a display of defensive brilliance. Just the 1 goal got through that defensive line. And Narika Hagawara with her hat-trick of goals, giving Japan the win. It was Korea who knocked Japan out of the World Championships in 2022. Japan have taken revenge in Paris at the South Paris Arena. And the final score, Republic of Korea 1, Japan 3.
You have enjoyed the first day. Thank you for being part of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The next session here at South Paris Arena 6 for Goalball is tomorrow. We're starting with men's preliminary round match.
As the crowd start to leave the South Paris Arena, it's been a brilliant showcase of goalball on day 1. Rounded off by a brilliant all-Asian matchup in which Japan came out on top. Well, there's the statistics. 3 goals to 1. You do wonder that missed penalty early in the first half for the Republic of Korea. Perhaps if it had been scored, the game could have taken a different course. But in the end, it was the Narika Hagawara show, her 3 goals, making all the difference. And there we have the standings. Each side played 1 game. It's Canada and Japan that top the group, but with 2 group games to go, plenty of opportunities for Republic of Korea and France to put things right. All 4 sides will appear in the quarter-final. But they're playing for the most advantageous possible matchup in those final stages. And Japan have given themselves great chance with that victory today. As we hear Edith Piaf Thank you for joining us. Paris 2024. It's been a brilliant opening day to the goalball competition, and we hope that you've enjoyed it and that you'll explore the full range of parasports at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The South Paris Arena starts to empty. What an opening day of goalball this crowd has seen. There's been no shortage of drama, of tension, of exceptional athleticism. And it's only day one. There's many, many more days of goalball to come. Thank you very much for joining us. If it's been your first taste of goalball, we really hope you've enjoyed it. And we hope you'll watch more of this and the many other sports that are part of this Paralympic Games. But thank you for joining us. Au revoir from Paris 2024.
And thank you for your participation of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Please take care exiting from the venue, and remember Paris 2024.
Left. Stereo mix right.